Delighted to be back for the preview show for the third test between England and India at the most iconic venue of cricket. They call it the home of cricket. It's the Lord's Cricket Ground in England. Hello and welcome. You are watching Across the Pitch. I am Arnab tuning in from India, and joining me across the pitch from England is Shiva and Sujoy joining me from Bangalore. Welcome, guys.
Thanks, Arnab.
So we
Hello,
have a
Arnab.
new combination here today and looking forward to enjoy our conversation in this preview show. All right, let's start then. India, after leveling the series 1-all at Birmingham, look to carry their momentum into the third test starting tomorrow at the iconic Lord's Cricket Ground. With Bumrah coming back after his so-called workload management, India would be very confident going into Lords. With the massive aura of Lords, the home of cricket, the tradition, the long room, the balcony, the famous slope of the Lords Cricket Ground makes this a very special test match for the summer. We will discuss all about the third test here today, but let me first head towards Sujoy with our first topic of the show. A massive game coming up for both teams. Your insights on the venue and how do you think teams would be mentally preparing themselves?
Well, thanks, Arnab. As the name suggests, Lords, I feel it's not a venue, it's the venue. The weight of history here is massive, and everyone, it influences players in its unique ways. And I feel when a team is playing in Lords, everyone wants a share of the pie. Like you said, the iconic long room, the ultra civilized crowd, everything creates a surreal mix of pressure and prestige. So yeah, a big game coming up for both the teams. Coming to the mental preparation, I guess these days teams use a lot of visualization techniques to simulate pressure scenarios, and they're pretty well prepared mentally, going into the game. Again, with a lot of mental preparation, it really matters how you deliver on that very day in the field. You can prepare for the toughest of the situation, but it all boils down to your performance on that very day. And I feel England is hungry for a win, and India will look to stay grounded because our last win here in Lords back in 2021, I think, was very emotional and strategic. And India would definitely want to draw from that blueprint.
Yeah, nicely summed up there. India definitely will go in with a lot of confidence tomorrow, and hopefully they again dominate the third test as well. Okay, we'll move to Shiva now. The big team selection. Your thoughts on India's team selection and what changes do you see coming in tomorrow?
Usually after a win, you think there won't be any changes into the team, but Bumrah in the squad, and then if he wants to play, yeah. So there has to be some forced changes. Like even England bowlers, even India bowlers are a bit tired, I guess. And then Prasidh Krishna did not do too much. So, like in place of Prasidh Krishna, Bumrah can come in. Otherwise, I don't see too many changes. But to make bowling heavy or to take 20 wickets without any problem in the last 2 days, I can take out Nitish Reddy and
Hmm.
bring in Kuldeep because all the batsmen are doing really well. Like as I said in the second test, before the second test, I want the batters to take responsibility, strengthen our bowling. So the only way that we can strengthen our bowling is bringing Kuldeep. I know, like Lords, it can swing, it can do too much, like with a fast, like it can support faster bowlers. But looking at the conditions, it can support faster bowlers only on the first day or first session, I guess. Even though there is some grass initially, like it can dry away very soon because of the weather conditions. It's 30 plus degrees Celsius here. So Bumrah is in, Prasid out. There is a possibility that Nitish out and Kuldeep in if they are
I was
thinking to
about to
take
ask you
20
about the
wickets quickly.
weather conditions out there, but you already said. So it's peak summer in England. That means.
Yes, it is. It is. and it is a long hot summer. Usually these kind of days are there for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but from last 4 5 weeks this temperature is constant. Maybe last couple of days it was bit quiet, but again it started with, now today it
Yeah,
is
and
around
it's
28,
strange.
between
Otherwise,
28 to
always
30.
we
So
have
yeah,
rain delays, too many rain delays during the matches in England. This time, I guess only couple of instances where we had a rain delay in the last two matches.
yeah, yeah. In fact, lucky that, like, because no rain delay, we are completing all the matches. If there is a rain delay, definitely with these pitches, we won't be able to complete matches.
Yeah,
We'll end
yeah,
up.
excellent point. All right, so coming to Sujoy, your pick, will do you see any changes apart from what Shiva mentioned?
I don't see too many changes in the team, except Bumrah coming in place to Prasid. Uh, and I think they would go with the same side and have a balanced spin and pace attack.
Yeah, okay. For me also, I'll go with the same changes you guys mentioned and agreed. I don't think they want to break the winning combination except that forced change of Bumrah coming in. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Again, back to Shiva. As usual, England announced their playing 11 a day before. So only change we can see is Jofra coming in place of Josh Tongue. So any
yeah.
surprises?
Yeah, like it is a bit of a surprise. Like in every post match interview or post the playing interviews, England players were saying that they're tired. But like I was thinking, both Josh Tongue and Cars will be out, and Geoffrey Archer and Gus Atkinson will replace those two. But surprisingly, they haven't done that. I think they are backing up those players to do well. Even the batting, who is that? Opener was not doing well.
Zach
Zach
Crawley.
Crawley was, yeah, Zach Crawley was not doing well at all. There was a talk about Zach Crawley, but having said that, there is no proper opening batsman who is in the squad for England. So maybe because of that, they are sticking with the same team apart from Jofra Archer.
Yeah, I think they have given the full license to Zach Crawley for this entire series, and because of that reason, they do not have backup opening batsman, I believe.
I think he's a flat wicket batter. If the ball is swinging or doing bit, he struggles a lot. If a ball is doing nothing, then he's the world beater.
Yeah, so we can say that the upcoming test matches also we will be seeing flat wickets with Zach Crawley and Duckett, I think, there for the entire series.
They can do well with these kind of a pitches, basically with a Duke ball. If they survive first 20 overs, then there is there is nothing, like pitch is not doing anything basically. So if they survive 20 overs, they can dominate Indian bowling. Having said that, Indian bowlers are extracting at least something out of that old Duke ball.
Yeah,
England are not getting anything.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, one point I'll make here, and also Sujoy, you can pitch in. For England, Chris Wokes at the age of 36 and no workload management for him. So he's going all guns blazing. But at the age of 36, he was asked by the media today, are you going to compete with Jimmy Anderson and play till 41? What do you say?
Well, if you go by the fitness standards, these days players have really set themselves high standards. It is to me, it's not really surprising to see Chris Woakes bowling this well at this age. But again, I'm sure they're taking the right precautions and they're not overplaying. And like you should listen to your body at times, and I'm sure his body is responding well too, and that's the reason why he's going on even at this age.
Yeah, yeah, all right. Yeah,
I need to bring in some troll which was
yeah,
going around.
yeah, please.
Who is that? Djokovic at the age of 38, he was playing, and the Virat Kohli at the age of 36, he was watching him playing. So the fittest player in cricket for India, he is watching at the age of 36. So there was some troll going around. So I just
Yeah,
wanted to bring in.
yeah. This was at Wimbledon yesterday or today?
Yeah,
No, yesterday, I believe.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Yes,
Yeah. Crazy sports season going on in England. We have
True.
all the Indian cricket teams over there, all age groups. Then we have Wimbledon going on. Then Silverstone and Formula One weekend, I believe, full of
Yeah,
sports with the peak summer in England. Great for
A
the
true.
fans.
bonanza for the sports lover.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. All right. I'll move to Sujoy again, and the big question, our very own captain Shubman Gill. Will he be able to get another 100 in Lords and get his name written on the honors board of Lords?
Well, I was expecting you to ask this. I mean, I really don't want to jinx anything for Shubman, but if you have seen him in the last two matches, the calm, the composure, and of course, backed by his great batting ability, I think he has a big chance of going up in the honors board. And I'd like to bring in another point here. If our openers can negate the new ball threat, well, who knows? Maybe we have another daddy double hundred in the cards for Shubman.
Wow, that would be great. Okay, now with this point, I'll move to Shiva. I guess the real test will come when early wickets fall for India. Definitely, we don't want it, but the real test will come for Shubman Gill when he goes into bat early in the first session, I believe.
yeah, true, very true. But that's not the scenario. I don't think that is a scenario going to come because yeah, even if early two wickets in 10 overs, t- t- 30 for two or 40 for two, if he comes in that situation, he has to negate the ball for another 10 overs. That's it. After that, he can play his shots, play his own innings because of the pitch conditions. It is not the same pitch condition as we have seen from the past, from our um, childhood days. So it's
Yeah.
different. It's different. So yeah.
And if
Okay.
you have seen his previous innings as well, you will see the first 100 balls he has taken to reach the first 100, and the second 100, you will see that how he is playing with caution in the first hour or so. And then once he's set, he really goes for it. So yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way he controlled his emotions over there and staying calm, if he can do the same at Lords, definitely we can see another 100 coming from Shubman Gill.
Yeah. He's a good enough batsman to play the conditions too. So yeah.
Yeah, I think he will be the India's first captain on the honors board if he really scores 100, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
let's not jinx it,
I'm not a
guys.
big fan.
But
I'm not
I
a big fan
really
of that
hope.
board anyways.
No, that's an iconic board, right?
I know Tendulkar is not there. So I think that board is a great board.
Yeah. Okay. We'll wait and see. We'll get to know after this test match. Okay. So let's move on to the next segment, and that is players to watch out for. So I'll head straight to Shiva first. One bowler, one batsman from each team.
Yeah, I'll start with England, Jamie Smith and Chris Oakes again. If England goes for the first bowling, then Chris Oakes can do something with that first session. So I'll go with Chris Oakes and Jamie Smith because of his performance in the second test. He can continue to do same in the third.
Yeah. One point on James Smith, I think he is trying to become, or he may become a Adam Gilchrist of Australia. And the way he's batting with the strike rate and coming in down the order at number 7, I think some
Yeah.
similarity there, but long way to go for James Smith.
In terms of India, I think I'll go with KL Rahul and Siraj. KL Rahul, I want him to do the same as Shubman Gill because his technique is good, like Shubman. Shubman's average was 35 when we started the series. Now it would have crossed 40, I guess.
Yeah.
I want KL Rahul to do the same thing and yeah, make it big. Siraj, I know, like it is my observation. I may be wrong. When Bumrah is around, he takes the back seat. There is no point to do that. I know Bumrah is a world-class bowler. You can back him up. You can say your thoughts about bowling because when Bumrah is not around, he's always with other bowlers and guiding them. But
Mm,
he can do the same even when Bumrah is around. So yeah, I'll go with Siraj and KL Rahul.
excellent. Okay, Sujoy, your pick for the player to watch out for.
Well, as of today's news, it just came out that Harry Brook is the number one test batsman. He just pushed Joe Root down to the second ranking. So I would go with Harry Brook and, of course, Geoff Archer from the England team. Uh, I'm sure he'll be pumped up to be back in the side. Coming to India, I've seen Jaiswal get good starts, solid starts. He has got a century as well, but not he has not been able to, capitalize on the starts. I'm really hoping and rooting for Jaiswal here to get a big score. And from the Indian bowlers, I would pick Akashdeep. I'd like to see the consistency and the same energy from the last match with which he bowled. So yeah, going for Jaiswal and Akashdeep.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Okay, for me from England, I'll pick Ollie Pope. I think he's a terrific batsman in the last few years for England. So he didn't perform the way he was expected to, but I think he's a big player for them. So Ollie Pope, I think, will come good in this test. And from England bowling side, I will pick Ben Stokes. So he's an all-rounder, but mostly he's looking like a better bowler than any of them in their squad. So I'll go with Ben
True.
Stokes. And for India, I'll go for a slightly different pick. It will be Karun Nair, the player to watch out for. So he has got very good starts in the two test matches, but he has not capitalized and moved to score 100. But he looked really nice whenever he was there at the crease, and also his timing was also up to the mark. So I think he's a bit nervous, and maybe this match he will open up, and I think he will go and score 100 here. And from the bowling side,
Yeah.
bowling part, I was my pick is also Akashdeep. So I just want to see how he goes after a brilliant performance at Birmingham. Can he stay calm and continue his dominance in the Lord's Test as well? Yeah. So those were my picks and our picks for the players to watch out for. All right, we will end our third test preview show here. After conquering Birmingham, I wish India dominate and win at Lords as well. I would thank our viewers for watching and hope you liked it. We will be back tomorrow with Rohan and Shiva. Thank you, Sujoy and Shiva, for joining.
Thanks, Arnav.
Thank you.
It was lovely being here again.
Yeah, you are watching Across the Pitch. I am Arnab signing off. Bye bye.